All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, a question is being posed by Devin Haney fans after he beats Brian Norman Jr. to become a 3-division champion. Is his resume better than Gervonta Tank Davis's? Because now Devin Haney is the man. I don't think so, buddy, because we have a different standard of judging around here that we will most definitely apply to the facts in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, we're going to be in the 147-pound division, where Devin the Dream Haney became a 3-division champion after having beaten former champion Brian Norman Jr. by, I do believe, unanimous decision in a fight in rehab that took place this weekend. And people are positing or asking the question of whether or not that means Devin Haney is more accomplished than Gervonta Davis. Well, first of all, the simple fact that people ask the question should give you the answer. Because nobody after Gervonta Davis ends his fights are comparing Gervonta to Devin. It is only Devin Haney fans trying to get the comparison done with Gervonta. But for the sake of fun in this video, I'll give my analysis. Now, before I get into that, though, let me welcome you back to the channel and ask you to hit the hype button on the video if you like it. Also, thank you to everybody that supports in the super thanks. It is like the best thing that you can do. $1 worth 100 views, $10 is worth 1,000 views. It really goes a long way to keeping the channel up and running. So let's go. All right, so did Devin Haney pass up Gervonta Davis in his career accomplishments with his win over Brian Norman Jr.? My answer is a resounding ain't no way, cannot happen. If you look at it in any real way, the answer to that is absolutely not. Now, why do I say that? Let's look at what the word accomplishment is. You can list a bunch of accomplishments, but you also have to list them in order of significance. What accomplishments mean the most in a practical sense? In a concrete sense, right? Say, for example, you are an undisputed champion. Okay, that is most definitely what Devin Haney was. That is an accomplishment for sure. Devin Haney is a 3-division champion. He was a champion at lightweight. He was a champion at 140 pounds, and now he is a champion at 147 pounds. Those are accomplishments. He is also an undefeated fighter. That is an accomplishment. As far as I can see, those are Devin Haney's accomplishments. That Devin Haney was an undisputed champion and a 3-division champion. Now, let me go off into an entirely different consideration with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is the face of boxing in America. He is the biggest draw of American fans, of American fans. He is probably the most exciting fighter that there is in the sport game today. But his accolades, he is a 3-division champion, having been a multi-time champion at 130. He is a champion at 135, and he has a title at 140 that some people would take away. So for the sake of this conversation, let's act like 140 pounds was not a real championship for him, and he only has 2-division champions, right? So does that mean that's it? Absolutely not. You also have to look at who they beat. Right now, Devin Haney is a welterweight champion. In order for Devin Haney to become an undisputed welterweight champion, he has to get the belt off of people that Gervonta Davis has already beaten. If you look at the 147-pound division, Gervonta Davis, there are there are 4 champions there. You have Mario Barrios, you have Rolly Romero, you have Devin Haney, and gosh dog, somebody that I am missing with that IBF, somebody that got elevated with that IBF belt. Of the champions, Devin Haney has beaten 1. That is Brian Norman Jr. Of the champions at 147, Gervonta Davis has beaten 2. And that is Rolly Romero and Mario Barrios. And guess what else is going to happen? If Mario Barrios loses to Ryan Garcia, that when they fight, Gervonta Davis would have beaten 3 champions in the same division that Devin Haney is fighting in, and Devin would have gotten 1, right? So we can look at that and say, but now let me tell you what the real thing matters is your impact on the sport. Gervonta Davis was, and let's put this into perspective. Gervonta Davis is a lightweight and is the biggest draw in the United States. Probably the biggest draw of a fighter in the world. Terrence Crawford was not the draw in the Canelo Alvarez fight. But guess what? When Gervonta Davis pulled out, or when Jake Paul pulled out of the fight with Gervonta Davis, and they wanted to replace Gervonta Davis, who were the replacements? The replacement was Terrence Crawford, and I think either Terrence turned it down or Jake Paul turned Terrence down. It just depends on what people are saying. You have Anthony Joshua, who wound up filling in for Gervonta Davis when Gervonta Davis had to step out of the fight because of those accusations. There's no way on earth that Devin Haney would have been considered for that Jake Paul fight. No way, because his name is not big enough. His impact and his footprint on the sport of boxing is not big enough. See, that's why I'm saying I'm not going to tell you or discount Devin Haney and say Devin Haney's not accomplished anything in his career, because that is not true. Devin Haney has an excellent career to date, an excellent one. Gervonta Davis, on the other hand, has the exact same great career. Not great in the same way, but they both have great careers. Devin's resume is not better than Gervonta Davis's resume, because Devin Haney has not beaten better fighters than Gervonta Davis has beaten. Not from what I've seen. Brian Norman Jr. was green. Regis Prograis, love him to death, was shot. Jose Ramirez was never really that. In the contemporaries, we will see what Devin Haney does with Ryan Garcia. He lost that fight with Ryan Garcia. Osterine, not a lot of people give that Osterine stuff a lot of credit for that fight. He lost that fight. Now, he got it wiped away, but it's still in people's mind's eye. So it's just really, really interesting stuff, man, how people judge this. But again, when Gervonta Davis comes back and Gervonta Davis gets a knockout or whatever, if he wins his next fight against Lamont Roach, if that's who he fights, or Pitbull, nobody's going to be sitting there asking whether or not Gervonta Davis caught up to Devin Haney or not. They're going to be, it's the next fight with Devin Haney that they're going to ask, did Devin catch up with Gervonta? Just like Shakur got to catch up with Gervonta. Just like Teofimo's got to catch up with Gervonta. People are not going into boxing necessarily for all of these, any particular accolade that you can just call an accolade. They're out there to make an impression on the sport of boxing, for them to be a widely known and successful champion. And that's what Gervonta's done. Devin's doing the same thing. Now, if you wanted to say, where is Devin versus Ryan Garcia? Where is he versus Teofimo Lopez? Where is he with those guys? Those guys that did not pop out the top and are not like cultural figures. Okay, talk about those guys, but it's not Gervonta. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.